So I spoke with a number of current and former employees, folks who've had direct experience with Mark, and the characterization they gave me of his management style is of a CEO who pushes his people really hard. And they have a review process at this company where he goes around to the individual factories they own. And in these reviews, these folks told me he would sometimes use violent language, he'd use profanity, really in an effort to get people to perform at the highest levels. But some of these folks told me these phrases, and they were the kinds of things that strain basic decency.
And I should say that Precision Castparts issued a statement to you saying there are numerous things that are factually wrong with the anecdotes that are in your piece here. Talk a bit about why Warren Buffett acquired this company. What was appealing to him about it?
Well, it's pretty clear that Precision has been highly, highly successful, and a lot of that is due to Mark Donegan, the CEO. Over the 13 years he led the company, before Berkshire bought it, the stock rose 20-fold. He did a bunch of acquisitions. I mean, this is a company that produces an enormous amount of cash, and it's got a lot of qualities that Warren Buffett has said he likes in businesses. And since he's bought this company, he's said a lot of very positive things about Mark Donegan. I should mention that these folks I spoke with also had some positive things to say about Mark. They said, outside of reviews, he could be kind, that he was a CEO when, he showed up and you were having trouble at a factory. He could be a really effective coach.
And Noah, it's quite understandable given the headline numbers out of that company that he does have sort of a cult status among investors. But why do their employees, if that would be true, that they have a very harsh environment, working environment, put up with it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the sort of the common thing that I heard back from these folks is that the pay is just too good. I mean, this is a company that while its stock was rising, employees had an opportunity to buy in to those shares, and many did quite well. And that's on top of good salaries if you were a salaried worker, or if you're an hourly worker, the wages are also quite good. So the pay definitely kept people around. Other folks said that they like being part of a company that made stuff that nobody else did. So, I'm sure it's a case-by-case basis, but those are some of the reasons I heard.
No, I was struck in your piece by the effort you make at the end to sort of square Warren Buffett's public image, that of this avuncular guy who drinks cherry Coke, is seen as kind of jovial, with the fact that he is a guy who is concerned about profit. He is running a business, a very successful business, and there is some ruthlessness that you have to run a business like that.
Yeah, I think that's the really interesting tension here, because, on the one hand, Buffett has said he really very much wants to own businesses at Berkshire that are run by cost-conscious managers, people like Mark Donegan. He actually cited Precision in his most recent annual letter. But at the same time, he does a lot of things in public that suggests that capitalism is very fun. I mean, Exhibit A is the annual shareholders meeting he holds in Omaha every year. It's a blast. It's a lot of fun. It's got a carnival atmosphere. But if you focus just on that, you miss the fact that some of these businesses, it's a real grind, and they're going to work every day, and they're pushing really hard. And occasionally you have some management styles and some culture that seems to clash with that fun image of Berkshire Hathaway.